try a little bit of relic hunting. I'm on an old trail here that used to be a road. I think back in the 1780s this road was put in here, and there's a lot of cellar holes around here, and this is one of them. I hunted this one 2 weeks ago and didn't find much. I think it's been hunted out. Found two cuff flat buttons, but this hole I think is probably late 1700s construction. It actually has a half cellar. The foundation of the house went out a little further here, and the cellar itself is only half of the footprint here. So I'm going to go a little further and try to find some more cellar holes along this old road. I found another cellar hole on the trail. It's my map is not very good, so I'm not even really sure where I am, but this cellar hole, it's hard to tell how old it is. Maybe early 1800s. It's kind of small. I might hunt this a little bit. Well, I got a 12 on my machine, and I didn't film this recovery because I assumed it was shotgun brass, and it was actually a broken flat button. So I'll be digging more of those signals. And here's another signal about 15 feet from that flat button I just dug. This one's a little iffy, but definitely going to dig this. Look at this. And try it from the other angle. So that's the kind of stuff you need to dig. Oh. No, it looks like a little button. I think I broke it, but maybe a little two-piece. Let's see. Well, it has a back mark. I'll have to get that cleaned up. But probably worth digging this. Sounds good on that direction, but sounds a little low on this one. We'll see. Oh, what do we have? Looks like a nice little button. Look at that. It was shallow. Again, two-piece. That's nice. Two-piece cuff. That's a nice design. It'd probably clean up pretty good. It has a little gilt on it. Yeah. Very cool. Well, I dug it out. It was under a rock, and it's not a coin, but very thick flat button. Broken shank, but it does appear to have a back mark on it, so that's pretty cool. I always like finding these. Here's a good signal. I'm thinking button. Pop it out. Gotta be careful with it. I think I have it. Turn the pinpointer off. And I'm not sure what it is. It's brass. But wasn't a shotgun shell. It's another good signal near the foundation mixed in with the iron, so you can hear iron everywhere. Right here. There's something. I'll dig that out and I'll get right back closer to it now. That might be it. Let's see if we can dig that. Oh, what's that? Oh, here's an interesting relic. That's the piece of a parasol or an umbrella. Very interesting. Little brass. So the relics out of here seem to be dating from the early to mid 1800s, so my estimate on the age of this cellar hole is pretty close. Well, I got a deep iffy signal. I didn't even feel like filming it because it sounded like iron, and it's one of those brass toe taps from an old boot. It's pretty deep. It has still some iron nails attached to it. These come out of Civil War sites sometimes. So, better than nothing. I dug another little flat button near the base of this tree. It's kind of broken, very plain, but they're in here. Here's another signal. I almost have it out. I was reading about, it was jumping into the 30s, so it's the kind of signal you definitely want to not pass up. Let's take a look. I would guess a button. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, it is a button. Looks like another very thick flat button. That'll clean up pretty nice. Not bad in buttons here. Well, all in all, it wasn't a bad hunt for a short little hunt. Not bad on the buttons. 6 buttons. These two look like they're probably early 1800s, probably the same. This one might be a little later, circa, I don't know, 1840 to 1860. Nice 2-piece button though, floral design on the front. And here's another cuff flat button, early 1800s. I got the parasol or umbrella piece here. It's made out of brass. That's kind of a unique relic. Brass what's it, and a heel or toe tap. So overall not bad. I didn't swing over any coins, but it was pretty productive for a short hunt, and I'll definitely come back here. Well, I'm back at the cellar hole that I found all the buttons last time, and just got another nice flat button with the shank still attached. I think this is going to be pretty productive. I don't think this cellar hole has ever been hunted before other than when I hunted it last time, so hopefully I can get a coin out of here today. Well, I hunted down about 20 feet from where I found the last button, and I found another nice flat button. This one's slightly curved and the shank is broken, but with all these buttons coming up, I'm bound to find a coin. I'm working my way back towards the cellar hole, and it's a decent signal here. Let's see what that is. Oh, what is that? Oh, it looks like a nice handle to a knife. It's brass. That's pretty cool. I'll keep going. Well, I really dug for this one. You can see it down the hole. That's about 9 inches down. It's a little, looks like a little suspender buckle. It's made out of brass. It's kind of different. Well, I'm on the other side of the road where I was finding all the buttons. I crossed over here and I found that. I haven't looked at it yet. It looks pewter. Yeah, it's an old... That's an early one. Pewter button. Cool. Well, I got a rock solid signal. I'm probably 30 or 40 feet from the cellar hole, and it's in the plug. Solid 30. I think I see it right there. You see that? Oh, nice flat button. Look at that one. Oh, and the shank's intact too. That's a nice one. Look at that. It's a big one. Very cool. That was a nice one. Lots of buttons in here. Where are all those coins? You know, early sites like this, with these small cellar holes, they didn't have a lot of money to lose. So, there may not be much money here, but I'll keep trying. Well, this signal sounds pretty good. Look at this one. Well, I almost hate to say it, but it might be a coin. Let's take a look. No, it's not. It's a big piece of iron. Oh, it's an iron buckle. Let's see. Sometimes these ring high just by the way they're shaped because they're so rusty. So, that's what that is. It's old. Well, I got a solid 18 signal here. It's out of the ground. Let's see what we have. Where is it? There it is. I don't know what it is. It's a little brass relic of some sort. It's decorative. Maybe like, looks like some sort of pin. That's interesting. It's different. Another little flat button. A little bigger than cuff size. It was pretty shallow. Well, it wasn't a bad day for buttons and relics. Still didn't find any coins. I don't think these people had a lot of money, so there's probably one or two largies in here somewhere, but just didn't swing over them. I got a nice pocket knife and nice big flat button. I like this one. A few flat buttons. This one was pewter, so that's probably from the 1700s. Looks like a suspender buckle. Kind of an interesting floral or little design on that, a little pin here. Big chunk of pewter. I got another parasol piece. These are fun to find. A couple more buttons. This one was tiny. It's like a little shirt button or an underwear button or something. So it was fun. I'll definitely have to come back here. I'm still not convinced that there's no coins. So hopefully next time.